Oh, hey, I guess I didn't notice you there. Well, since you're already listening, I'm Nestor with Gamma Omega Omega Delta Travel News. This episode, we will be traveling through Asia, checking in on its history. I don't know, we'll just kind of see how things have gone. As you can see right now, I am right next to India, in the country of Sri Lanka, at the training ground of the Tamil Tigers, who are an extremist terrorist group, but very strong political beliefs. On the streets of India, you see many low-status people, also known as untouchables.
Better not touch me.
I'm going,
But don't
I'm
touch
going
me.
to.
I warned you. I warned you.
Shah Jahan, also meaning King of the World, is the emperor of the Mughal Empire and is a descendant of Genghis Khan and also Charlemagne.
Hey, honey, how's it going? No! My wife is dead. All right, everyone, hold up. All right, guys, here's what happened. My wife died, and we're gonna bury her in a giant building. That's the only way to do things. It's gonna be symmetrical. It's gonna be awesome. Your lives are gonna suck for a few years, but don't worry. I am paying you in trident layers, after all.
We should call it the Taj Mahal.
I like that. Taj Mahal on three. 1, 2, 3. Taj Mahal! Hey, Gandhi, move it along.
No.
Move right now.
No. Wait, did you say meow?
The English occupied India for many, many years. And India finally gained their independence from the English in the year 1432. But I don't think that's right, because I didn't actually check.
Hey, you. Get back to work. Creason, scum.
It's not important. Why do we have to do this?
Oh, man. Anybody in here? Jeez. Oh, it's Buddha.
Buddha is the inventor of Buddhism, which is a religion that believes highly in not harming the earth and being very, very peaceful. Anything you'd have to say, Buddha?
Buddhism's so good!
This is my pet cow.
This fella here is Hindu. This is one of the more famous religions in the world. The main gods of this religion are Brahman, Shiva, and Vishnu. Oh, hello there again. Next, we will be going to the country of China. Most of you know China as ninjas, great big gigantic long walls, and of course, communism. Communism is the type of government where the government rules everything. You know, they just take a little of this, take a little of that. So, now, this is China. Mao Zedong was the leader of the Communist Party in China. Mao was one of the great military leaders, or in our case, terrible military leaders, but oh well. He fought Zhang Zhixi in a Chinese civil war in which he won, and the Communist Party took over China. And of course, Zhang Zhixi in Chinese means great one that is not communist. But I really wish we could talk to Mao Zedong right now. I am Mao. The Boxer Rebellion took place from 1898 to 1901, and it was fought between the nationalist side of China and the communist side of China. The nationalists tried to get rid of the communist China.
I don't like communism. It's so impractical.
We have candy.
I don't know about you, but I'm choosing communism. Now, China and Tibet is kind of a controversial thing. China thinks that they own Tibet, but Tibet claims them as independent. It's kind of a love-hate relationship.
I love you, Tibet.
I love you, China.
Whoa, 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 whoa. He's trying to take you over.
So communist.
If Jackie Chan has 3 apples and Jet Li has 7, how many karate chops does it take to cut a man in half?
What? I'm Confucius.
I bet he meant confused. Now, Confucius is a religion that was made up by the man named Confucius. Now, Confucius was a very interesting man, I'd say. He made the religion that it was just based on being nice. But some people don't actually think this is a religion, but just a lifestyle. The Qin dynasty is considered one of the greatest empires in all of Chinese history. They built many great things, such as this Great Wall that keeps out the Mongolians. Oh look, here come a Mongolian right now.
I will get you, China!
Stay down. Here I am on the Silk Road, which is a continental railroad, if you will, of trading between Asia, and it goes through India, through Persia, and into the Roman Empire. I'd like to think of it as a way to unite the entire world, if you will, in trade. Oh look, here's a traveler on the Silk Road now. Hello sir, what are you carrying on the Silk Road today?
Nothing.
Okay. Tiananmen Square is a very controversial topic in Chinese history. My friend here is trying to avoid a tank. Well, not really. No one really knows what happened. Oh, darka, darka, darka. He was never heard from again.
Oh, hello. Empress Wu was one of the first and only empresses in ancient Chinese history. I kind of like to think of it as she slept her way to the top, if you will. Oh, hello. And now, the last topic of the ancient Chinese history, the Forbidden City. The Forbidden City is the middle of Beijing, where a grand palace stands that used to house the Chinese government during the Ming and the Qing dynasty. And now we're going to take a quick 2,000-mile swim just across the Gulf to Japan. Alright kids, now we're going to move on to Japan. What first comes to your mind when I say Japan?
A samurai! Tsunami! Japan!
That's right, origami. Origami started in China, and only rich people could afford it because the paper costs so much. Origami was often made for useful purposes like gifts, and it eventually transformed into art. Now, ori means folding, and gami means paper. Now, let me see your best pieces of origami. It's a bird. Oh, pretty good.
It's a goose!
Now, sumo originated in Japan and incorporates many Japanese martial arts and rituals. Kajoi! Kajoi! Kajoi!
called a tea ceremony and was influenced by the Chinese and also influenced by the Zen Buddhist. Zen is a school where they teach Buddhism. A samurai is a noble soldier. Samurai itself actually means those who serve in close attendance to nobility. Samurais were often commanded by shoguns. Shoguns were usually hereditary military leaders. They were appointed by the emperor, though they were basically the rulers of Japan. This made the emperor have big symbolic power, but very little political power. For the last topic of Japan, I am at Peace Memorial Park in Hiroshima. Peace Memorial Park is here to commemorate the first nuclear attack in the world. These people have mutations due to the radiation that still hangs around today in Hiroshima from the nuclear attack. Uh-oh. I think the radiation's affecting me too. Archery plays a huge role in Japan's history. Actually, no it doesn't. This is just me. Singapore is one of the mightiest ports in all of the world, and it is very well known for that. And it has recently become its own country.
It's a city.
It's a country, Jacob. It's a country. The Vietnam War was one of the most deadly wars in all of American history, and it turned out to be one of the worst wars in American history, as we were forced to pull out. The Vietnam War went from approximately the 1960s all the way into the 1970s. Now on to a part of the show where we look at some of the most overlooked cities and countries in all of Asia's history. First, Hong Kong. Hong Kong is one of the most revered trading towns in all of China. It also has one of the largest harbors in all of the world and is one of the most densely populated places in all of the world. Now on to Taiwan. Apparently it's in between like China and Japan.
Well, actually, China's right here, Japan's up here, and Taiwan's over here.
Thank you, Jacob. Well, apparently it declared itself its own country from China, or whatever that communist country was. Declared itself its own country and then called themselves the Republic of China. But who really cares, because they're actually called Taiwan still. Nobody knows them as a Republic of China or whatever that is. And, you know, blah, 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 blah. China, Japan, Taiwan, blah. That's about it. Taiwan. Now on to a country that barely anybody has ever heard of, and barely anybody knows anything about this country. It is called... Pull out the notes for this baby. This country is called the Republic of Yemen, or as some people know it as, Yemen. It is a country located in Western Asia, occupying the southwestern to southern end of the Arabian Peninsula. It is bordered by Saudi Arabia to the north, the Red Sea to the west, and Oman to the east, or as most people know it as, Oman! Next is a country that I'm pretty sure none of us here have ever heard of, Nepal. And apparently it has a feudalism and caste system. Well, let me explain to you what that exactly means. The Nepalese people are known by castes among themselves and essentially for their identity. The caste system affects their family life, food, dress, occupations, and also culture. Basically, it determines their entire way of life. On the whole, caste system has an important role in the social stratification in Nepal. There are many castes in Nepal amongst various communities, mainly in the hills, valleys, and the plains. The communities